Hello students, my today's topic is Human Resource Information System. I have prepared these slides on this topic from the textbook Human Resource Management written by T.N. Chabra. So students, HRIS, that stands for Human Resource Information System, and what it does, it is basically used in the organization to collect and store the data of the employees, those who are working in a particular organization. In this case, what organization does, the employees, those who are working, organization make a record of each and every employee. Earlier, what used to happen, organization, they used to record the personal data of the employees manually. But that time, this organizations, they were in small in size. So it was easier for them to maintain the record of the human resources manually. But nowadays, as the organization, they have increased their scale of production, they have started hiring many people in the organization so that they can achieve their task within the time. To achieve the task within the time, right, organizations is having a number of people. Now it is very difficult to maintain the personal data of each and every employee manually. So the organization are using HRIS, right? And HRIS, what it does, it collects all the information, it records all the information, right? In a HR, in human resource information system. Now, students, uh, every system is having a number of subsystems, right? So, human resource information system is also having a number of subsystem, and these number of subsystem, what it does on the basis of the nature of the functions, on the basis of the tasks which the human resource manager perform in the organization, they maintain these all information relating to the employees in a particular subsystems, and these all subsystem makes the human resource information system, right? Now the question arises, why there is a need to maintain the data in human resource information system. The question is because the answer is because it is required now to maintain all the information in the human resource information system so that the human resource manager can access all the information very quickly. If the information relating to a particular employee or all the employees, those who are working in the organizations, are not maintained systematically, it would be difficult for the human resource manager or the organization to take the appropriate decisions, right? Because it will take a lot of time to search about the people, to search about the information relating to the employees or relating to a particular employee. So what human resource information system does, it supplies the information which is required for effective management of human resources in an organization. Now the question arises, how can an organization manage the people effectively with the help of HRIS? Suppose if the organization or the human resource manager is required to take a decision for a particular employee regarding transferring his job, regarding giving promotion to the employees, those who are deserving. So these all information the organization can take or can retrieve from the human resource information system. So that is why human resource information system is required, so that the organization or the human resource managers, they can manage the people effectively, they can take the appropriate decision on the basis of the information which is supplied by the human resource information system. So now students, I am moving to the next slide, that is, it includes the information about the following subsystem. I already explained you that every system is having a number of subsystems, right? And every subsystem is having different functions, right? Different informations. So the first subsystem which comes under HRIS, that is recruitment subsystem information. It includes the information regarding advertisement, what type of advertisement the organization has to advertise, whether they have to advertise the vacancy in electronic media, print media, social networking, right? This subsystem also maintains the profile of the applicants, right? It also maintains the detail of the applicants which is actually not eligible for this time when the vacancy is advertised, but next year or in case of emergency that persons or that applicant is required. So in this case, these applications which are actually not required at a time when the vacancy is advertised in the newspaper or in electronic media, what the organization does, organization maintains a database of such type of applications in the recruitment subsystem information, and these applications are called the unsolicited applications. I'm just giving the example. Suppose the organization, it has advertised the vacancy for the marketing, right? And it needs the people, those who are having a specialization in marketing with 5 years experience. But the person, when he goes through the advertisement, and the person is having 4 years experience, suppose that person also applies, right? In this case, the person is not eligible this time, but next year, as he will complete the 5 years of experience, the person will become eligible for the interview. So in this case, in case of emergency, company can also what call a person or the candidate for the interview in next year. So appointment data relating to the appointment, it also maintain how many candidates the company selects. These all things maintained in this subsystem. What jobs the person is getting, what jobs the person is assigned with, right? That is also mentioned in this subsystem information, right? Now the next is human resource planning subsystem information. It consists of the information relating to the human resource mobilization, how many employees they are getting transfer from this department to the another department, right? How many employees are eligible to get the promotion. It also maintains the data which is actually required for career planning and succession planning of the employee. In case of, what is the difference between career planning and succession planning? Career planning means planning the career of each and every job, right? And succession planning is only for the managerial people. In case of career planning, the career is planned, or organization plan the career of each and every employee, whether the employee belongs to the unskilled, semi-skilled, skilled, technical, professional category. But in case of succession planning, organization only make a planning of his or her career those who come under the managerial categories, right? Next, input for skill developments means what input is required to perform the job. That is also mentioned, because human resource planning is what? It is a process through which the organization determines the requirement of the human resources in terms of quantity and quality. So what type of people we have to require, what skill we have to require to perform the job, that is all mentioned in this subsystem. Next is personnel administration subsystem information. It maintains the data relating to the leave, transfer, number of promotion, right? Number of increments the person has received in the organization. So these all information a HR manager can retrieve or can get from the personnel administration subsystem. I am moving to the next slide. That is, the fourth point is training subsystem information. In this case, it provides the information relating to the designing course material of the training program, and this course material of the training program is designed on the basis of the job requirement, means what job the employee has to perform. By considering these all things, then only HR manager designed a training program, right? It also maintains the data relating to the appraisal of training programs, whether the employees has got benefit, whether the employees has enhanced his skills after going through the training program. These all things are maintained over here. Next is maintenance subsystem information. In this case, it maintains the information relating to what? The health, safety and welfare of employees. Means what welfare facilities the organization is giving to the employees. Whether the organization is giving recreational facilities, transport facilities, medical facilities, and facilities related to their canteen, restroom, etc. These all things are maintained in this subsystem information. And also again, what measures the organization is taking to maintain the health of the employees and to reduce the accident in the organization. These all are mentioned in this subsystem information. And welfare facilities varies from position to position, right? Means the person working at the top level will have different welfare facilities, right, from a person who is working at the lower level. So these all records are maintained in this subsystem information. Next is appraisal subsystem information. It provides the information about what performance rating, right, which act as a base for taking the appropriate decision relating to transfer, promotion, salary increment, succession planning, and career planning. In case of performance appraisal, the employee's performance is being appraised by the top level manager or by his immediate boss. And with the help of this performance appraisal, the organization gets the result in terms of what? Deviation, whether the employee has achieved his goal or target or not. Right? In this case, if the employee has achieved his goal or his target which is assigned to him, it means the person is deserving for the promotion, is deserving for getting the reward. Right? That reward is given in form of promotion, salary increment, transfer. Suppose if the person who has not achieved the target, it means the person requires some training. He is lacking in some areas where he needs some improvement. So in this case, what organization does, it provides the training to the employee so that the employee can enhance his or her skills and can perform better in future. So these all informations relating to the each and every employees, right, relating to performance appraisal, what is the appraisal result of the particular employee, that is mentioned in this subsystem information. Now I move to the next slide, that is payroll subsystem information. In this subsystem, it consists the information relating to the wages, salaries, incentives, allowances, deductions for provident fund, etc. Means if the organization deduct the employee's salary for provident fund or in form of insurance, or deduct the salary for if the sometime if employees they take loan from the organization, then organization makes a deduction of some amount every month. So these all deductions are mentioned in this payroll subsystem information. What allowances the organization is giving to the employee, DA, HRA, that is also mentioned in the payroll subsystem information. How much incentive the organization is giving. Basically, there are categories of ratings. On that rating basis, the organization provides incentive to the employees. If the employees scores average rating, right, organization gives, for example, 25,000. If the employees scores good rating, organization gives 50,000 as an incentive. If the employees scores outstanding, organization gives 1 lakh rupees as an incentive. So these are what? These are the categories of the incentives, and that is all mentioned in the payroll subsystem information. Means what category or what incentive the employee is getting in the organization. What is the salary of the employees? That is also mentioned in this subsystem information. Next is personal research subsystem. In this subsystem, the information relating to the employee's attitude, absenteeism rate, employee turnover, that is all mentioned. How frequently the employee is absent from his job, what is the attitude of the employees, whether he likes or doesn't like, right? Employee turnover, how frequently the employee is leaving the organization, that is all mentioned in this personnel research subsystem information, right? So I move to the next slide, that is objectives of HRIS. There are various types of objectives of HRIS. Number one is to make the desired information available in the right form to the right person at the right time. Means HRIS, what it does, it maintains all the information in a right form and provides these information to the right person, that is called a human resource manager or the top level managers, at the right time, so that these people can take the right decision relating to transfer, promotion, salary increment, payment of incentives, etc. Second point is to supply the required information at a reasonable cost. In this case, if the all the information organization will maintain manually, it will be difficult to keep the record of the employees on a manual basis. What the organization does with the help of HRIS, it maintains all the information. Once it is prepared, it doesn't require to prepare the information for the employees again and again. It only requires some updation, right? So next is to keep the information up to date with the help of HRIS. Organization keep the information up to date. I'm just giving the example. Suppose the organization wants to wind up some part of the business. For that, what it will do, it will eliminate some jobs, or some job it will merge with the existing job. So in this case what organization will do, it will maintain all the record of the changes what it does, and that is done, the changes which is relating to the human resources if the organization does, so that is all maintained in the human resource information system. So now I move to the next slide, that is the applications of computerized HRIS. The use of computerized HRIS is in various functions of human resource management, right? Number one is job description. Job description is what? Which describes the title of the job, which describes what would be the tasks, duties, and responsibilities for a particular job, what material, tools, machines the employee will use to perform that particular job, right? Suppose due to the environmental changes, if organization make any change in the existing job or introduce new job, so in this case there is a need to update the job description. In the previous slide I gave the example, suppose the organization eliminates some jobs due to, in a case where it is going to wind up some part of the business. If the organization will merge that job with the existing job, the changes will come, right? The task, duties, and responsibilities, it will also change. So there is a need to update the job description. There is a need to uh, mention all those things which the job description will have, so that the organization can assign or select the appropriate person to perform the change job. So this is all mentioned in the human resource information system, and human resource information system helps the organization to update the job description. Next is human resource planning. It is used in human resource planning function, means how many employees are moving this year, what are the existing employees of the organization, how many employees they are deserving for getting the promotion. So these informations are maintained in human resource planning. HRIS helps to maintain these all information. Now I move to the next slide, that is recruitment and selection. On the basis of the job description, what organization does, it advertise the vacancies either in electronic media or print media, right? Suppose there is a job for the clerical people, so what organization will do, they will not search clerical people across the country, they will advertise the vacancies in the local newspaper. So from where the organization is getting such kind of information ki they are getting the clerical people from HR, from HRP subsystem information. HRP subsystem information tells the organizations that we need people at the clerical level, yeah, we need people at the organizational at the operative level. So that is done. The recruitment process function is performed only with the help of information which human resource planning subsystem provides to the HR manager. Next is selection on the basis of the job requirements, right? That is described in the job description. And HRIS maintain or update the job description. So on that basis, selection function is performed by the HR manager. Suppose job description is what? Relating to the marketing job. The person, HR manager, what he will do? He will only select the person having specialization in marketing. Next is succession planning. With the help of human resource planning, we get to know how many people they deserve for getting the promotion in the organization. Because human resource planning starts from determining the existing human resources, and it also determines the type of people, the the requirement of people in terms of quantity and quality. Suppose in the organization, if there are people, those who deserve for the higher positions or to tackle the higher responsibilities, so what the organization does, it makes the career planning for the employees, it makes the succession planning for the employees. And I have already explained, succession planning is only done for the managerial people. So HRIS helps the human resource manager to determine who is the deserving candidate so that succession planning can be done. Training and development, on the basis of what? Appraisal result. Organization design the training material, right? If the employees they are lacking somewhere, the organization provide them training and development program so that the employees can improve and can perform better. So these information, training and development information for preparing the training and development material, that is only done with the help of the information which is provided by the HRIS. And appraisal subsystem information of HRIS helps the organization or the HR manager to prepare the training material. Next, performance appraisal. HRIS plays a very important role to maintain the data relating to what results of the performance appraisal of each and every employee, so that the organization can take the appropriate decision relating to what? Transfer, promotion, training, demotion, salary increment, incentive payments, etc. Compensation means what is the wage or salary the organization is giving to the employees. That is all maintained in the compensation subsystem information. Whether the organization is paying salary to the employees as per the prevailing rate of other industry. And it is very important to provide or to offer the salary to the employees, right, on the basis of the prevailing rate of the other firms. Otherwise, the employees will leave the organization. It would be very difficult to retain and attract the talent in the organization. So, with the help of human resource information system, organization perform this function. That's why human resource information system is very important to take the appropriate decisions, right? And these decisions relating to what? To whom to promote, to whom to transfer, to whom to give salary increment, incentives, etc. So students, my topic is over. If you like the video, if you like the content, please subscribe it and also like.